Here is how you can set up your Google Meet so your meetings will appear here. You can also, if you add your students to this as well, their Google Meets when they open will appear like this. So rather than having to click join a meeting and enter the staff code, the meeting code, sorry, you can just have the meeting here. So the first thing I'm going to do, and we're going to do this through Google Meet and Google Calendar. Remember, both have got to be in your school domain. So I'm going to join or start a meeting. I'm going to enter the code Year 7 DT. I'm going to continue. I'm going to join the meeting. Now this has given me the code for that meeting, which will use this nickname. So I'm going to copy that joining information. I'm now going to go over to my calendar, my Google Calendar, not my own one, and I'm going to add I'll add it for next week, a new meeting. So I'm going to give it a title. This isn't the code. So Year 7 DT drop-in session. This is what the student will see now and what I will see when I go into my Google Meet. So it's obvious that I've got the subject, that's for the student, and the year group as well. For me. So I'm going to add Google Meet conferencing. Now when you add this, it automatically generates a code, but I don't want its automatically generated code. I want the code I've generated. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to edit this, I'm going to delete their one, and remember I copied my one onto the clipboard, I'm going to paste that one in there. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now, that's now in my calendar. So as the first sort of simple thing you can do to organise your own life is add it to your own calendar. I'm now going to go into more options. So I want to add the specific time. So it's not an all-day event. So unclick that. I can't actually remember the time of it, but I can edit this later. I'm pretty sure it's 10 till 10:30. I should have made a note of that. Now, I can add these notifications here as well. So if I want, this is just a notification that will ping up on my screen. I could also have it send an email as well, and I can decide whether that's 10 minutes, 20 minutes. So maybe I want an email 20 minutes before the meeting. And remember, whatever you set up here, if we now add people, they're going to get those notifications as well. So now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to start adding guests. So you can, if you want, now invite all your students. Now, this is a bit of this doesn't take nearly as long as you think. And what I do here is I already had a list of all the students for the class set up in a different web browser, so I can have both on the screen at the same time. All you have to do is start typing the name. So as I type it, their names just come up. If you've been replying through Google Classroom, you might get these sort of no reply one comes up. So careful not to click on those. It's the fulhamcross.net one you want. Excellent. Sometimes an easier way as well. Remember, it will search by surname as well. And you can see these are all being added down here. So I'm not going to keep on going with that. The next thing I want to do, because I'm going to be having the meeting the same time every week, I'm going to go to doesn't repeat, and I'm going to set this to weekly on Monday. You can do a custom one as well. So if it's Mondays and Thursdays, you can set that. So same meeting code, and you should be able to set that. So weekly on Monday. Now it's going to ask me normally how long I want that to go for. I'm just going to save this. I think it might ask this on the exit. Oh, doesn't like the fact that I haven't finished that off. I can come back and edit this later, so I'm not worried that I haven't added all the names. So to start with, you might just want to set up your own meetings, and then if you want to, go back and set up your add your students to it. One of the great advantages of this is I'm not going to miss my meetings because I'm terrible at timekeeping. And also students haven't now got the option to say, sorry, I entered the wrong code or something like that. I save that. Would I like to send invitations to the calendar guests? Yes, I would. So those two people have now been invited to that. Excellent, nice and simple. So remember the stages were: create your meeting in Google Meet first, so that way you then get a code to use your Google Meet link, whatever you decided in Shani's timetable, use that one. And then add it to your Google Calendar. And my advice is have a list of students on your screen, split your screen or something like that, so you can easily just start adding those. Great, thanks very much.